napas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
Baiklah pemirsa dimanapun Anda berada, kami akan langsung mengajak Anda untuk menikmati jalannya pertandingan babak yang pertama. Inggris berhadapan dengan Kongo disiarkan secara langsung dari Atlanta Stadium. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
It is England to get us underway here in Atlanta. Destination, the last 16, they will hope. DR Congo have never been this far. It's 90 minutes, maybe more, to decide who goes on to face Mexico in Mexico City in the next round. Everything on the line now. And Jamie Watson just talk us through the key areas today.
For England, it's in these wide areas. Can you get some individual skill from Nani Madueke to create some space? Good runs from deep-lying midfielders.
Well, Rice this ball in. The ball has got out of play.
If England can get runs like that from Declan Rice, from Jude Bellingham, that then unbalances the DR Congo defensively. It asks questions of the back five of whose responsibility it is versus midfielders tracking back, and when do you release? That can unbalance this DR Congo side, and if that happens, that's when players get lost, that's when it gets a bit chaotic, and then that's where England can capitalize.
Declan Rice didn't play against Panama, a blow against Ghana. And he's had his hamstring nerve pain for the last 6 months or so, since Christmas. He's been playing through the pain barrier. To the Champions League final, he said he just needed some time to chill. But a big day for the likes of Turinzebi and Chancellor Mbemba at the back for DR Congo. A reminder that they don't start particularly well. They haven't done at this World Cup. They conceded early against Uzbekistan. But they are a threat, no doubt about it, especially with Yohan Wissa. Like going up on the current Newcastle United player.
Just a quick glimpse of what DR Congo want to try to do. If you can get Yohan Wissa in these wide areas, isolated, that's where he can be at his most dangerous.
Marcus Rashford. Basaka for company, finding Kane. One thing that Thomas Tuchel said quite a lot at his press conference yesterday was coming here with the full package, but knowing just how dangerous on the counter-attack DR Congo can be.
There was just a quick glimpse of Brian Sapenga had taken off and gotten in behind Jed Spence. It was just too much dribbling, too many touches. And that moment from Masuako, sometimes it's got to be a bit more direct for DR Congo, and that's going to be okay. That could be the path forward.
Passy, goodness me, just about cleared in time from Bellingham.
Bellingham just gave a little glimpse back to Impasse and just held his finger up like I was this close to getting there. And he's not wrong, by the way.
Lionel Bassi plays for Le Havre in France. Once upon a time, a former supervisor at a high school. After a release from Rodez in the French fourth tier. Fell to winning 5 straight World Cup matches before that Uzbekistan win DR Congo.
It's a good start for DR Congo tactically. They have pushed their outside backs and wing backs higher up the field. Here's Wan-Bissaka. He's on one side, and it's a poor giveaway.
Straight to Kane. Noni Madueke. Against Masuaku. Madueke with the nod ahead of Saka today. Elliot Anderson with Nico O'Reilly. Rice for Rashford. Rashford's cross, and that'll be left.
Tomasoko will be happy with that. There were 4 players inside the box. Declan Rice had gotten a great little pocket of space to be able to drive. Just ask the question defensively of DR Congo, what are they going to do when a midfielder dribbles at them? Ultimately, Marcus Rashford looked up, liked what he saw numbers-wise, just unable to execute the cross. Just watch the cat and mouse game right now between the wingbacks for DR Congo and the outside mids for England, and also the outside backs for England. Whichever set of players for either side in the wide areas or higher up the field, that's going to tell you who's getting more ball retention, more possession to be able to get the players higher up the field.
There's Declan Rice, Premier League winner with Arsenal, Champions League runner-up with the Gunners. It's out of the reach of Bellingham, who arguably was England's best player against Panama.
Oh, absolutely. He was exactly what you needed him to be in that moment. Getting the goal that kind of just was a big sigh of relief for the English side in a match they felt they were always going to be able to ultimately get 3 points and win the group with, but needed that goal, and it took a little over an hour to get it. But Bellingham just continuing to show at the biggest stage when the pressure's on that he can deliver in that partnership with Harry Kane.
Yeah, goals against Panama and Croatia. What has been a rather indifferent season for him at Real Madrid. Here's Whistler. England, I think, just asking for a handball. Tight to that touchline. DR Congo with Mutasami now. What's the matter over here? Sepenga. And Sepenga! Now this is a story. England behind. DR Congo in World Cup heaven again. Sheer disbelief. Incredible.
They're dancing the Fimbu in Atlanta all the way back to DR Congo. A dream start, but it all comes from the willingness to keep the ball in the first few minutes, pinning them back. But watch the run across that draws the attention of Spence. And now Sepenga is wide open. It's the tightest of angles, and Jordan Pickford has to get to that at the near post. Pickford is set, but it's just the reactions are a bit too slow. Sepenga catches this sweetly in the one place at the near post that Pickford cannot get to, but that's the goalkeeper's responsibility in that moment. DR Congo rewarded for their endeavor to start this match on the front foot, and they get the goal. That'll send shockwaves around the footballing world.
What a time, what a place to score your very first international goal. Brian Sepenga, born in DR Congo, but he moved to Portugal at a very young age. Oh, and all of a sudden, we have a story being created, and not one many saw coming, as Mpasi here. Well, it's just fallen right over the top of Atu Masuaku, and both players are in need of some attention here.
There's a glimpse at where the collision happens. Oh, and that's tough because he would have never seen Mpasi come in. Masuaku was just trying to get the position on Harry Kane. He would have heard the shot from his goalkeeper, so that's why he ducks at the last moment. But Mpasi is committed with his knee up, and normally you reserve that for your opponent, not your teammate.
Otto Masuaku, who's been on loan from Sunderland with Lens this season in French Ligue 1, did extremely well with Lens getting into the Champions League, finishing second. This was a look at the potential offside with semi-automated offsides that we have.
What a ball this was in from Mbemba, but it was the run across that really drew the attention. And once that run gets put on, that space is created. And that is some finish. Noah Siddiqui just took the attention of Spence, and there was just nobody at the back post for England. Still a lot to do from that tight angle. And questions will be asked. Should Pickford have been able to get there? That's his responsibility at the near post.
Well, that is the response of the England fans as well. Brion Sipenga, DR Congo's number 9. The spotlight is usually on the number 9 at the other end, Harry Kane. And Sebastian Desabre, he said yesterday in his press conference that they have to believe in their own strengths. Anything can happen. My goodness, is it happening? England have only ever won one World Cup game when conceding first.
Which game was that?
There was a certain World Cup final in 1966.
Okay, so there's a reason to believe, and if you're England, you have to understand that while you've conceded on one mistake and your opponent was incredibly efficient with their first foray forward, the game plan stays the same. You just may need to do it with a bit more urgency, a bit faster. First of all, you got to get on the ball, because so far it's been DR Congo that have been the team that have gotten on the ball. They've been able to keep some passes, and they've pinned England back.
It was the counter game that Thomas Tuchel was talking about in his press conference yesterday, wasn't it? But on this occasion, it was more the direct route.
And these are the problems that the players are going to have to solve in real time, at least until the hydration break.
Well, Gianni Infantino, FIFA president, Arsene Wenger just behind there, be intrigued as to what is going down here in Atlanta, where we have been treated, it has to be said, to some fairy tale stories along the way. DR Congo being one of those in their last game. Cabo Verde upsetting Spain to get the ball rolling in game 1.
And Mbasse's hoping to get the Vozinha treatment by the time the night's over. I just have a cheeky little check at his Instagram follower account if this scoreline holds, because undoubtedly England will get their opportunities. And now you're just starting to see DR Congo drop a little bit deeper. And subconsciously, as a player, when you know you're maybe the side that's going to suffer a bit more without the ball, when you get the goal, inevitably you just start to sit a little bit deeper. DR Congo need to make sure they don't fall into that trap and sit too deep and get away from all the things that led them to success inside the first 7-8 minutes.
Spence looking to link up with Madueke. England with clean sheets against Ghana and against Panama. They concede a goal through qualifying. Gehi. Manchester City, the new manager when he goes back in Enzo Maresca.
This will be the anticipation tactically of what you're going to see. England having the ball against a low block. So Anderson needs to sip, and then you need Declan Rice, who's higher up the field, level with Kane, and Jude Bellingham as well to be higher up the field. You only need one number 6 right now with the numbers back and the possession that you have so high up the field.
Here's Rashford, who's kept his place ahead of Anthony Gordon. Gave for Ezri Konsa of Aston Villa.
Madueke needs to go 1v1 now.
Back is for Nico O'Reilly, breaks it down beautifully. England looking for a response here. Declan Rice, are they going to get a corner?
Much better from England. The first time you really felt they've had some control and were being the protagonists in the match. And it's led to this corner kick where Declan Rice is devastating with his delivery.
There's a cluster of England players there. You can just see Kane and Konsa and Bellingham. I think it was pilling around the back was Jude Bellingham. That's gone out of play.
That was purposeful. It was set up to be able to create some space at the back post. Bellingham was just a step too late to get into the position.
Penny for his thoughts in the Early stages here, Thomas Tuchel. And for theirs as well. Made it, as always, in great numbers here to Atlanta. It's a sea of white, really, pockets of blue. Those DR Congo fans are congregated. Sepenga loses out to Anderson. Madueke. Arsenal-Tottenham combination down that right side with Jed Spence. Here's Bellingham. Oh, the delicate one in, but evades everyone again. But it's a case of keeping a cool head here. England has still plenty of time to be played.
It's encouraging for England to start to see more numbers get into the box with these balls that get into wide areas, and then the service, the creativity from Bellingham to try to go with the outside of his right before everybody for DR Congo can get set. That's not the way forward. And Mpasi has to understand that is not the battle for Yohan Wissa to get into. He does not want to go into the battle with Kansa in these aerial duels. If the ball has to go long for DR Congo, it needs to go into wide areas.
England were the first team to secure safe passage to the World Cup, European qualifiers. Well, they're finding it tough to break down this resilient DR Congo defense. Considered in all their games of this World Cup. Bellingham. Still a fair way to go, but this would send shockwaves. It has it already. Declan Rice. Rashford. Oh, that's a better one, and Mpasi gets a really good connection on it. Bellingham was just a hair away from connecting.
It's a bit of foreshadowing right now for England. They're showing you they can get numbers into the box. There's getting closer and closer to getting it on the end of this service. What I'd like to see, though, is a bit of variance as well, too. Declan Rice a moment ago had the ability to strike from distance. And if you become too one-dimensional and just do the same thing over and over again, it becomes predictable. And what England need to try to do is have an air of unpredictability about them, shooting from distance, having some runners through the box, playing it along the ground early, keep DR Congo guessing.
Nation back at the World Cup since 1974, as Zaire they were at that time. Lost all of their games, Scotland, Brazil and Yugoslavia, including a 9-0 loss. They conceded 14 goals overall. And what a celebration this would be. After yesterday they celebrated Independence Day. There's Mutasami. Plays in Greece, although he's born in Paris. Plays for Atromitos. Sepenga. DR Congo in the mood for more here. That's Wissa. Trying his very best whilst on the ground, but then Spence doesn't want to take any chances. But has that gone out of play? Still in.
Just look at the way that DR Congo is first and they're fastest to react to all these secondary balls.
Well, they are hunting England down here. Pickford's clearance wasn't happy with the ball back to him. Well, that's Konza coolly done, and Bellingham can bring it away. There's some big question marks about England defensively, if that is the key area where DR Congo can get at England. And we're going to see the first yellow card of the game. Hey Jude, it's for you.
But it's the first time in the opening 19 minutes that you've seen somebody from England decide they're going to go in and they're going to leave something in to their opponent that's outcompeted them so far. It's reckless. It's absolutely a yellow card, but nonetheless, it's the first time you've seen England look as though they're going to try to match the intensity from DR Congo. Whistle looking for something that's never there.
Yeah, Whistle scored twice against Uzbekistan. Absolutely magnificent performance at a game where they needed.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Put on a performance.
Look what Wissa's willing to do in this moment. If you're an English player right now and you see your opponent doing that, you need to figure out how to look within yourself really quickly and figure out if you're willing to do the same thing. Because I haven't seen that in the first 20 minutes from the English side, apart from an ill-timed challenge that's got a booking for Jude Bellingham. But other than that, England have been second best to this fight.
And Johan Wissa, by the way, scored as many goals at this World Cup as he has for Newcastle United in an injury-hit season debut campaign. Has scored a couple of goals against Jordan Pickford in his career as well. Oh, remember, we had a time in England once upon a time with Newcastle United, Wan-Bissaka and Rashford. And Rashford's going to be penalised here.
I love that response, though, from Marcus Rashford. Bellingham was late to step when Rashford did that 40, 50 yards higher up the field. So it's a bit disjointed, but Rashford had the willingness to run back. Looks like he's gotten the ball with the challenge there from behind.
That's a Wan-Bissaka style challenge.
That's the second one where he's missed on Mbuku.
Here is the man whose goal is the difference, Sepenga.
He was fantastic against Uzbekistan. Gives it away cheaply here.
Rashford will get away from him. Once they get over into that final third, it's not working for England. Wan-Bissaka is relegated with West Ham United this past season in the Premier League to Nzebi. Alongside him as well with relegation with Burnley, there is Thomas Tuchel scrambling the notes down.
Well, the big question mark coming into this match was who was going to play right back with Kwanzaa and Reece James both out through injury. It was Jed Spence that was preferred, and it was the right side in which DR Congo got their goal from. Numbers overload with no support for Jed Spence. He was left on an island. He had to go with the first runner, and Sepenga all by himself.
And so we will head to the hydration break. This wasn't in the script. DR Congo leading England here in Atlanta. Knockout football, knockout drama at its very best. What do you think he's saying to his players there, Jamie?
If I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'm looking at all of them going, you've just gotten absolutely beaten, and you were saved by the bell. They've thrown their best punch at you so far, and you haven't thrown anything back at them yet. Well, Reece James will be feeling helpless, sitting out injured today. This is a group that's had to rely on Jed Spence, and that young man right there is going to have to be able to show some mental fortitude right now to be able to continue to push forward. He's not immune to what's being said and what's going on. He will have known, but nonetheless, this is something England is going to have to respond to, and they're getting helped out by this break.
And this is how it came about.
So Spence has got to go there, but he's got absolutely no help. He has to go with the initial run from Siddiqui. Sepenga's all by himself, and tactically, I don't believe England were prepared for just how high DR Congo was going to sit. Now from this angle, the question about the goalkeeper, but Declan Rice is even saying that's not his man. He's in tight. The fans are even saying whose responsibility is that? Tactically, DR Congo deserves all the credit for being on the front foot and having the willingness to completely do the opposite of what was the expectation of this group. We looked at it and said they've listed it as a 4-3-3, but they're playing games. It's a 5-3-2. They'll be more defensive. Oh, it truly was 4-3-3 in possession, and that's how Sepenga gets left completely open at the back post.
Bastien Desabre said that it's normal that they are underdogs, that they are going to be challengers. Gap in the rankings, but they will be ambitious to accomplish something big. Used to playing knockout games in African qualifiers, but against Uzbekistan was a case of sink or swim. Oh, to be a football fan, hey?
The roller coaster of it all. And if you're a DR Congo fan, the roller coaster you were riding was a tough one, because the first hour against Uzbekistan, DR Congo were not very good.
Well, you wondered where a goal was going to come from.
Sepenga looked like the one player, and then ultimately he actually gets substituted off. It was really a moment in which they were about 25 minutes away from going home, and they turned it on last 25 minutes. They got their goal to equalize, go ahead and make it 3. Now they're in this spot, and they've carried that momentum on right into this match.
Getting back underway. And there's Mbemba, with a record appearance maker for DR Congo, Chancel Mbemba. Madueke bringing it down here. And nobody is getting past. The physicality is going to be something England are going to have to deal with, as well as the ambition of DR Congo here. Mutasami.
I like what I've seen from Mutasami when he's dropped back in between the 3 center backs to get on the ball, when he stepped into a defensive midfielder spot to get on the ball. It's been a real lively start for Mutasami. He's been influential.
Yeah, he's one of those players where he will just tirelessly plug gaps, break up play. Masuaku here with Noni Madueke. Up he get, he says. Although their zones do come across.
Yeah, but Masueko, he just started taking the space when Madueke stopped and he planted and was flat-footed. That was expert defending to go and close down the space and then just anticipate where Madueke wanted to go.
Spence on a drive here. Oh, that will be a yellow card. Bringing down Jed Spence. He's wearing that custom-made protective guard around his jaw after he broke his jaw against Chelsea back in May. Noah Siddiqui of Sunderland is the next player into the referee's book.
First real time that we've seen Jed Spence get forward. He does it in some style. Goes right through the legs of Masuaku, and it's Siddiqui knowing that he's just got to throw in the last-ditch effort. Truth be told, Jed Spence is a mile ahead of him. He was always going to win that race, and Siddiqui just decides taking the foul and the yellow card was the best option.
Sunderland players have had quite to say here at this World Cup, especially here in Atlanta. Remember Wilson Isidore's absolute worldie contender for goal of the tournament. In from Rice. Oh, and it's wide. Konza, I don't know how much he knew of that.
His reaction said he didn't know anything about it whatsoever. This ball should have been cleared away at the near post from the DR Congo. It's not. So then it falls to Konza, and it just hits him on the knee. Could have gone anywhere. It's the reaction. He was just as surprised and just as much of a spectator as you and I were.
England have turned it over again with Bellingham. Madueke, Kane waits, and Turinzebe is there first for DR Congo.
Kane either needs to go to the near post in that moment, or if Declan Rice sees that Kane is not going to, Declan Rice needs to run across the face of the first defender.
You're telling Harry Kane where to move?
Yeah, no, who am I to do that? Fair enough, but you understand that if you're Declan Rice, you get the vantage point of seeing what Harry Kane is doing in that moment. You trust your center striker with his instincts, so then Declan Rice needs to move off of that.
Nowhere to go, just a wall of blue.
What a save.
And pass it there. denying Jude Bellingham in England an equaliser. More like it, and an attempt on target as well. A rarity in this first half for England so far.
England have been miles better, and they've finally given their fans something to cheer about with their performance since the hydration break. Every one of those fans that were sat down just a moment ago are now standing. There's a little bit of belief now for this English side.
There's Armaggeddon. Declan Rice, Rashford. Against Tuanzebe. Rashford again and Wan-Bissaka, two former teammates at Manchester United. Elliot Anderson. Looks like he is on his way to Manchester City. Anderson again. He's got Rashford in behind, awkward to control. And he runs out of pitch. But you can feel the tempo, you feel the intensity. It's just lifted from England.
Whether it be from the run of play or set piece, you're starting to see England now with a bit more endeavor, a bit more life to their attack. They're moving at a quicker pace. The ball is getting pinged about. One thing I do want to see slightly better from England is these entry passes into teammates have just struggled to put their teammates in a position of success. What I mean by that is, just a moment ago, there was an entry pass into Anderson where he was looking to play it around the corner, yet the pass was a little bit backwards, so he had to take another touch just to keep the ball. Little things like that right now need to be cleaned up from England, and that allows your teammate to play a bit faster.
Motasami here for DR Congo. Preparations hampered by having to self-isolate in Europe due to the Ebola outbreak back home. 21 days spent before heading to the United States. Play any pre-World Cup matches, unlike what England did. There's Mukau. Chancel Mbemba. Switch of play for Sepenga. Drive on again, Sepenga. So much energy. Sepenga can hang it up. Just take it away from Wissa. That's Kane hooking it clear. Down the left. They're really getting at England here. DR Congo. Sepenga at the heart of it.
Madueke is absolutely leaving Jed Spence on an island by himself. I would be furious if I was Jed Spence. The reason Sepenga gets in this 1v1 situation is because Madueke is just watching, not trying to come over and at least close down, make it more predictable. Right now, Madueke, he's got to help his teammate out because Sepenga is one of the most dangerous players in 1v1 situations for DR Congo. And he's just saying, good luck, Jed Spence, 1v1.
Elliot Anderson. It's one for Wan-Bissaka to attack here. Incidentally, Rashford and Tuanzebe know each other very well from their school days together, let alone coming through the Manchester United academy from a very young age. Armaggeddon. Ezri Konza of Aston Villa. Away by Tuanzebe. It's Anderson. And that's a free kick given away by Nico O'Reilly. And again, it just calms things down for DR Congo. They're quite the journey to get here, DR Congo, in terms of the qualification process. There's 3 playoff games, if you like. They needed a penalty shootout win over Nigeria, and then a ultimate playoff victory over Jamaica. So they know the pressures of knockout football. Absolutely.
This DR Congo side looks as though they've been battle tested and they have adversity from just getting here, the qualification you alluded to, but then their group was absolutely difficult to get through. Portugal and Colombia, that point against Portugal proved the point of difference.
Yes.
Because then they could look at that match against Uzbekistan here in Atlanta on match day 3 is the one that they could really go for. Combine that with the point they got against Portugal, that 4 points put them to the top of the 8 teams that qualified.
Kane the target and found. Harry Kane! Oh, what a block. Axel Tuanzebe. England are not done yet. Is there something to happen here? Rashford! Wan-Bissaka keeping it out. Extraordinary on the line. Closest England have come. And this is a big 10 minutes now for DR Congo. Rashford has been a goal scorer at this World Cup. Spence. Passy, he's going to punch that. Not the best. Blue all in the way again here for England to try and batter down. Bellingham. Good coverage from Tuanzebe. Well, it might just be a constant in this final 10 minutes or so before half-time. Nico O'Reilly. What a terrific season with Manchester City. But not on this occasion given the free kick away. But this was the big moment first here from Kane's effort to Tuanzebe. Proper block, and then this from Rashford, Jamie.
Oh, and this is the one in which Wan-Bissaka realizes he's going to abandon his position and just go try to affect the play. So he's got himself in the right position. Rashford is doing everything he can to strike this into the ground. So it doesn't have as much power as he'd prefer, but he's gone for the placement to just try to keep it on target. That slight deflection from Nico O'Reilly took it out of the path of Harry Kane, unbeknownst to him. But you just get the feeling that England, they're knocking at the doorstep now.
Madueke looking for a free kick. Jordanian referee not interested. Off the bench against Panama. Madueke having started the first 2 games. Sapenga. Mutasami. There's Gael Mukau of Lille. The only change from that game against Uzbekistan for DR Congo. Wissa, offside. England not hanging around. Rashford. Test to try and get beyond. And Mukau, who's been brought back for a free kick.
I like this decision from our referee. Rashford's touch was going to go over the inline. He was going to struggle to get here, but there was just enough of that contact, and I'm okay with it not being a booking. Macau can't believe that it's even a foul. There was just enough to throw off Rashford, but this all started from just the thoughtfulness to go quickly with the restart before DR Congo could get set. Now these are the moments where the delivery is so important. They're looking towards likes of number 9, Harry Kane, number 6, Mark Gahey, Konsa as well, number 2. Just trying to pick those players out with some service, with a little bit of pace on it as well.
From Rice, not a good one. O'Reilly keeping it alive. Oh, they're asking for a handball.
It did hit an outstretched hand in there.
Referee, has he got whistle to mouth here?
He does, the referee does. He's
still
talking.
waiting to make the call.
It would be very unfortunate, but it did hit an arm.
One for our Qatari video assist to have a look at closely as the game continues here. And now Sapenga. And now Wissa on the charge. He's fairly isolated at the minute against Gahey. Wissa holding it up. O'Reilly's clearance only as far as Wan-Bissaka. Anderson, Rashford, Mutasami. Here's Mbuku. Can make things happen. Mbuku and DR Congo are going to get a corner. But all is good according to the referee down at the other end. Here it is.
Watch the outstretched arm of Siddiqui. It definitely hits his hand. The question has to be, is it a natural position? Does it make himself bigger? I mean, it hits his hand and his arm is as fully outstretched behind him. There's no control over that. I'm very surprised by this decision.
Kick at the teeth if England were to concede here. Sipanga. Mbuku plays in France with Montpellier. Jordan Pickford. Not that much purchase on it, but as far as Bellingham, Mutasami. A tidy up, Bellingham. Get between two, gets the free kick anyhow.
Bellingham wants to switch it quickly. He was smart to pull out of the challenge, by the way. He's on a yellow card, remember, so he's got to be hesitant going into those 50-50s. Look at Spence, he's in.
And found. They got the final touch, come back on Jet Spence. Excellent defending yet again from Axel Tuanzebe. That's a good call. Tuanzebe relegated with Burnley from the Premier League. Wan-Bissaka relegated with West Ham, but talk about a heroic piece of defending.
Those two have been excellent for DR Congo so far. This has been a real committed effort from all 11 of the players for DR Congo.
Well, the storm was brewing, wasn't it? But it seems to be weathered for now. Wan-Bissaka in! Oh, they hit the post! Johan Wissa, hands on head.
And watch this entire movement. He was unmarked and he was always in position. Just look at this. There's never an ability to find. Now it does take the most fortuitous deflection to fall into his path off of Nico Riley. But that is inches away from complete disaster for England.
I was just saying, they seem to have weathered the storm that was building at the other end, DR Congo. But Kane, can he get in behind? Harry Kane! That's going to be a penalty. Or is it? No! Harry Kane, he's being penalised for simulation. And there's 68,000 inside this place. Can't quite believe this.
Well, cooler heads will prevail because Kamis Almari will take a look at this, and if there is some contact, which there is. The first, it's not the left foot. This is actually not going to take the contact. It's the right foot. So the referee would have seen the left foot plant first. No contact there, but the right foot then makes the contact. It's absolutely a penalty.
Well, they are all up on the England bench. A call from the bench as well to come over to the monitor to have a look, but at this point of the game, this is huge. And it's good. The check is over.
Then if you're the referee and you think that, then you've got to book Harry Kane for simulation then.
Well, that's what Mbemba was asking for. Well, you don't like to see the imaginary card being waved, but
so the only thing that can cross my mind is he believes there was no contact on that first step, and then Harry Kane just sort of left his feet.
Is he already going?
100%. His interest is getting around the goalkeeper, getting the ball. It's not just getting the penalty from there. That is a decision that will be talked about ad nauseum if this result holds.
Well, just another twist to this extraordinary tale here in Atlanta. It's real time they've been able to get in behind Harry Kane. Here's Rice. Rashford. About it one way then the other, and then into trouble.
Too much. The space was there. He didn't take it. He tries to cut it back, and then he realizes he's once the original space that he opted not to take, it wasn't there the second time of asking.
Madueke. Through the legs, but the service towards finding Harry Kane has not been there at all. And we're going to have 6 additional minutes at the end of this first half.
You be the referee at home. Harry Kane is under no obligation to stay on his feet there. When the goalkeeper comes rushing out, he's touched it beyond him, and there's contact.
The talk of penalties. It was the talk of the town yesterday in the press conference, wasn't it? But not exactly penalties like that, more a shootout. Harry Kane has been devastating this season with Bayern. 61 goals for Bayern in all competitions. England's record World Cup scorer as well, onto 11, beating Gary Lineker's record. Rice. Towards Bellingham! Oh my goodness! Mpassi, what a save! Rashford again, and Mpassi holds. What a reaction! Are we seeing a Vozinha part 2 in Atlanta here, maybe?
Wow. And this doesn't hit Mpassi. He reacts to this, and he gets down to read it so well. That is a remarkable save from the goalkeeper.
Extraordinary save again from Mpassi. What do you think of what he did against Colombia as well to keep the score down in defeat? Tracking back from Spencer, he gets the free kick. It was the game of his life on that occasion against Colombia for Mpassi. Says if you'd have told him 5 years ago that he would have been playing at a World Cup, he'd have laughed in your face. But we all know who you are now, Lionel. Rashford. Nico O'Reilly. Rice for Bellingham. Mutasami has tidied that up brilliantly again.
And he's still going forward, Mutasami.
Johan Wissa, Sepenga to his left. Here he is. Sepenga, and the step over. Just to keep on going. Don't want to make it too stretched here, DR Congo. So close to half-time. You can take a lead into the break. Well, that will do for their second half.
Needs to go quickly here. It's too slow.
Madueke for Kane. Get it out of his feet. Madueke again, plenty back in blue now.
Madueke is just inviting a second defender over when he goes slow. I don't understand why he's killing the momentum of a counter-attack by baiting over a second defender.
Bellingham with big moments. Kane, penalty. Whether it should have been or not, a big talking point. What matters so far is Sepenga's goal as the only goal of this World Cup plus 32 tie. Charge is on now. Sepenga, Wisser in the centre, blocked there by Jet Spence. Flag is up anyhow.
You could show me that another 100 times from the 50 some odd camera angles that we have, and it still wouldn't get old.
I mean, that is coming to him like lightning, isn't it? It's great to see there from Bellingham.
Even he understands just how amazing of a save that was.
England have created moments since the hydration break, really. All of their touches of the ball and shots in the opposition box in DR Congo's box have come since the break. Bellingham find the width again with Madueke. Hanging one. Stay in play for Rashford. Who wants this? Bellingham does take over. England corner in front of that racket there. Search of a leveller going into half-time. In from Rice. Oh, Kane peeling away, and a passy there again. One-man blocking machine.
Impossible that he has made this many saves. Astounding.
That's it. That's half-time. The final act of an extraordinary story being written here. And Lionel Mpassi at the heart of it for DR Congo. His saves, first of many so far, in denying Harry Kane then. But it's Brion Sepenga's goal that is the difference. Not many saw this half-time score coming here in Atlanta. England work to do in the second half. Half-time, England 0, DR Congo 1.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badaknya.
Kongo sementara unggul 1-0 atas Inggris. Sebuah kejutan tengah tercipta di 45 menit babak yang pertama dan kini tekanan sepenuhnya berada di kubu The Three Lions. Kita saksikan bersama pemirsa, saya rasa ini menjadi pahlawan ya tentunya ya, kiper dari Kongo, yakni Mpassi Nzau. Di jalannya babak yang pertama, Bung Ropan.
Ya,
silakan.
ini Mpassi Nzau tampil luar biasa ya. Dari gempuran pemain-pemain Inggris,
ya,
paling tidak ada 3 penyelamatan krusial ya.
Betul.
2 dari Jude Bellingham dan 1 terakhir dari tembakan yang dilakukan oleh Harry Kane yang bisa dimentahkan. Tapi yang menarik di sini bahwa Inggris di menit ke-7 kebobolan langsung. Cipenga atau Brian Cipenga, dan gol mungkin gol pertama dia di tim nasional di event pentas besar seperti Piala Dunia. Dia melakukan 9 caps. Dan ini seperti kejadian saat Jepang menghadapi Brasil. Ketika Sano bisa membuat gol pertama, tekanan dari Brasil dan sekarang dialami oleh Inggris. Dan menarik bahwa dalam pertandingan ini ketika Inggris bobol, Inggris berusaha terus-menerus untuk bisa menekan. Dalam ball position mungkin Inggris unggul. Dalam shot juga percobaan mereka mungkin unggul. Dengan on target. Tetapi kan itu hanya angka-angka yang tidak bisa dijadikan tujuan utama buat mereka. Karena kita lihat dengan Kongo, hanya mereka punya 1 kesempatan mungkin untuk on target. Itu membuahkan hasil dengan gol dari Brian Cipenga. Setelah menerima umpan dari belakang yang ditanyakan oleh Kensel Mbemba, pemain belakang dari Kongo. Dan luar biasa menarik di sini.
Ya, memang kalau segi statistik betul kata Bu Gropan tadi ya. sebetulnya Kongo tidak butuh banyak dominasi dari segi angka-angka. Satu shot on target dan satu-satunya tercipta menjadi gol dan keunggulan bagi mereka, Bung Erwin.
Tadinya saya mengira kalau misalnya Kongo sudah mencetak gol, mereka akan bermain lebih bertahan, hanya menunggu saja. Tapi ternyata enggak juga. Kongo bermain dengan gagah, dengan cukup berani meladeni permainan dari Inggris, dan ini bukan sekarang skornya 1-0, tapi dalam kondisi Kongo yang tidak diunggulkan dan mereka tetap berani untuk keluar menyerang.
Ya, baiklah, kita simak bersama interview berikut ini.
Still have 45 minutes to play. Obviously, to concede an early goal to a team that plays in this style of football, it's never a good thing. It can normally carry you into a state of shock. But actually, I think it's something that's released our guys. It's took the handbrake off. From there, we've played a high-level game. We've created many chances. Maybe the goalkeeper, the man of the match so far. And of course, for us now, it's absolutely not a time to panic. We have 45 minutes left to play. We've had a lot of chances in the first half, and it's just about continuing to play in our way, in our rhythm. Not a time to play gung-go football. Just to continue to attack, keep the back door shut, and we'll come back into the game.
Thanks, Nicolas.
Coach, très belle première période pour les Léopards de la RDC qui ont opposé au jeu à cette formation anglaise et qui ont surtout cueilli à froid cette équipe anglaise. Quelle est votre analyse que vous faites au terme de ces 45 premières minutes?
Effectivement, comme vous venez de le dire, donc nous avons demandé à nos joueurs d'essayer de jouer, de ne pas toujours leur donner les ballons à chaque fois. On a gardé le ballon de temps en temps, les phases de possession, il y en a eu. Donc voilà, moi je crois que c'est ce qui prouve que l'on soit en avance par rapport au score sur cette première période.
Les Anglais sont tout de même dangereux sur le côté, sur le jeu de tête. On devrait faire plus attention en seconde période.
Effectivement, oui, c'est un truc qu'on doit, on doit corriger. Là, à la mi-temps, déjà, le coach Sébastien a déjà commencé à parler sur ça, parce que ça va vite sur le côté. Il y a des joueurs qui vont très vite. Et dans l'axe, on a leur capitaine Harry Kane qui est toujours dangereux devant le but. Donc, c'est à nous de bien défendre sur le côté et d'empêcher qu'il y ait des centres. Mais jusque-là, je crois, on est quand même présent sur le plan défensif. On essaie de bien défendre, y compris les gardiens qui fait ses exploits en arrêtant.
3 arrêts décisifs pour passer.
Ouais, 3 arrêts décisifs. Il est dans son match. Et voilà, donc espérons que ça va continuer comme ça et on va mener au score jusqu'à la fin du match.
Merci coach.
Merci à vous.
So in terms of the...
Sementara pemirsa, kami langsung mengajak Anda untuk melihat bagaimana statistik yang terjadi dari segi ball possession. Tidak berbeda 9 ya, berarti ya 9% jika kita bandingkan. Sementara angka-angka lainnya memang beberapa hal lebih didominasi oleh Inggris, namun memang babak pertama Kongo jauh lebih efektif.
Iya, dia efektif dengan hanya 3 tembakan 1 on target. Berbanding Inggris dengan 8 percobaan menembak dan 4 target. Namun tidak ada menghasilkan gol. Bahkan dari passing complete juga Inggris 200 lebih dibandingkan dengan Kongo hanya 100 lebih ya dalam pertandingan ini. Tetapi lagi-lagi yang membuktikan adalah efektivitas bagaimana serangan mereka untuk menjadikan gol untuk pertandingan ini. Dan ini kita lihat dalam Jude Bellingham dan Brian Chipenga ya.
Chipenga pencetak gol tunggal di jalannya babak pertama bagi Kongo. Jude Bellingham ini bagaimana penampilannya menurut Anda, Bung Ropan?
Ya, kalau bisa melihat di sini kan ada 2 tembakan dari Jude Bellingham dan 2 on target, tapi tidak ada gol sama sekali. Tetapi kita bisa melihat efektivitas yang kita bicarakan tadi dengan Brian Chipenga ini, 1 tembakan 1 on target. Ya, itu luar biasa buat mereka. Tinggal perjuangan Inggris nanti di babak kedua dan ada rasa frustrasi dari Jude Bellingham kalau bisa lihat di sini dengan 2 on target yang digagalkan oleh Pasia ya, penjaga gawang dari
Iya, sementara
Kongo.
kita lihat alur penyerangan di jalannya babak pertama. Memang dari Kongo sendiri lebih ke sisi sayap ya, Bung Erwin ya?
Ya, kalau yang dari sisi, sementara kalau di sisi Inggris kan di sisi sebelah kanan. Ya, yang lebih dominan dibandingkan dengan sisi kiri.
Oh ya, dari Inggrisnya ya,
Ya.
penyerangan dari sisi sayap. Nah, ini kita lihat kembali highlight yang terjadi di jalannya babak pertama, di mana Inggris ini dari awal mencoba menekan sebetulnya ya, dengan peluang yang coba didapatkan, namun memang beberapa posisi ini masih tidak ideal.
Betul, dan terutama adalah penempatan posisi dari penjaga gawang Mpasi ya, Lionel Mpasi yang luar biasa, beberapa kali melakukan blok ataupun intercept, dan juga ada save dari Aaron Wisaka tadi di garis gawang.
Aaron Wisaka save tembakan dari Rashford ya, kalau nggak salah, untuk dia blok yang hampir menjadikan gol. Dan menjadi menarik bagaimana mereka bisa mencetak gol di sini. Nah, ketika ada umpan jarak jauh.
Proses terjadinya gol.
Ya, kita lihat dari cancel Memba, dan ini kemana dua back tengah Inggris, karena Konsa dan Guehi tidak ada di sana, justru Jens ada di sana yang kita bisa melihat untuk bisa mengawal Wisa dan kosong. Padahal Spence itu kan berada di posisi bek kanan sebenarnya, tapi dia ditarik ke tengah, tapi lowong. Tidak ada satupun pemain-pemain belakang Inggris dengan dua yang saya bilang tadi, dua bek tengah Inggris. Sehingga ini yang membuat bahwa Cipenga berdiri dalam posisi yang sangat bebas untuk menembak ke tiang dekat yang tidak bisa dijangkau sama sekali oleh Jordan Pickford. Kita lihat dalam gol ini. Tidak ada yang mengganggu. Tidak terkawal. Padahal Inggris punya back-back yang bagus, dan itu menjadi sesuatu yang aneh kalau Jet Spence yang ditarik ke dalam yang mengawal seorang Wisa yang menjadi striker. Padahal ini menjadi tugas bagi pemain-pemain belakang seperti Guehi dan juga dengan Konsa.
Iya, ini dari satu situasi free kick ya yang juga gagal dimanfaatkan oleh Inggris. Itu dia. Tidak ideal juga, tidak maksimal mendapatkan kesempatan free kick bagi Inggris. Sayangnya tidak bisa dimaksimalkan, Bung Erwin.
Ya, berkali-kali para pemain Inggris mendapatkan peluang, terutama Harry Kane dan Jude Bellingham ya, yang mendapatkan sejumlah peluang. Tapi sekali lagi pasti yang luar biasa dari klub Prancis Le Havre. Tadi kalau Cipenga tadi luar biasa eksekusinya, dia incar di sudut sempit. Cipenga itu mainnya di klub Spanyol di divisi 2 ya, di Castellón. Ini yang peluang juga luar biasa ditepis oleh Pasi.
Sangat sigap membaca bola ya. Ini juga kita lihat save yang sangat krusial ya di jalannya babak pertama, Bung Ropa.
Betul sekali, save yang sangat krusial. Ada satu momen yang agak menarik di mana Harry Kane sempat lolos ke kotak penalti dan ya bagaimana Pasi bisa maju ke depan mempersempit ruang tembak, dan mungkin wasit melihat ada sedikit diving ya yang dibuat oleh Harry Kane, walaupun ada Harry Kane bisa menuntut itu penalti untuk dicek di VAR, tapi akhirnya tidak ada
penalti yang diberikan. Tapi memang akan cukup kontroversi juga mungkin ya, nanti akan jadi perbincangan hangat mungkin di sosial media nanti, Bung. Ya, ini tapi yang menarik ya, saat mereka sudah mendapatkan 1 gol, Kongo ini tetap tampil menyerang, tetap berani. Ini tadi yang dikatakan oleh Bung Erwin.
Ya, saya salah prediksi tadi ya. Kalau di awal tadi saya pikir kalau misalnya Kongo bisa mencuri gol, mereka akan lebih turun bertahan, konsentrasi bertahan. Tapi enggak juga, gagah berani mereka meladeni permainan Inggris, dan sejumlah peluang didapat nih, termasuk yang Wisa ini ya. Yohana Wisa.
Betul.
Hampir 2-0 ini.
Hampir 2-0 ya di ujung-ujung babak pertama tadi ya. Sebelum nanti kita akan juga lihat bagaimana peluang terakhir ya didapatkan oleh Harry Kane.
Harry Kane terakhir dari sebuah set piece ya, sepak pojok dia akan race di sini dan akhirnya tidak bisa dimanfaatkan dengan baik. Tembakan sudah keras sebenarnya, tapi posisi dari Lionel pasti yang sangat baik sekali untuk bisa menggagalkan peluang dari Harry Kane.
Iya, ini dia ya.
Ini sundulan lagi yang dilakukan oleh Jude Bellingham.
Ya, dari Jude Bellingham ada Jude melakukan 2 shot on target ya di babak pertama ya.
Tapi karena kepiawaian dari Lionel Mpasi ini yang luar biasa.
Dan save-nya itu bukan save yang dia hanya angkat tangan, nggak terlalu banyak gerak. Dia harus stretch badannya yang benar-benar harus berusaha keras untuk bisa
menjatuhkan badan ya.
Bukan bola yang datang ke dia, tapi dia memang benar-benar berusaha untuk stretching badannya sampai
sampai harus terjatuh kayak gitu ya, Bung Erwin ya.
Gitu.
Itu salah satu contohnya
peluang terakhir
di babak pertama.
Peluang terakhir
dari Inggris ya, dari Harry Kane.
Dan gagal
dari jarak yang sangat dekat ini.
Sangat dekat sekali.
Ya, ini sangat disayangkan ini.
Iya. Tapi kembali ke Jude Bellingham tadi, saya kira menarik di situ karena biasanya kalau bola-bola atas dengan sundulan itu sulit untuk ditebak arahnya. Tapi pasti ini bagus sekali Lionel ini. Dan dia tahu persis itu dari jarak dekat loh. Bagaimana Jude Bellingham bisa membuang badan dan bisa menjunggul ya.
Ya, saat ini jika memang skor bisa bertahan, mungkin akan kembali menjadi salah satu kejutan besar juga yang akan terjadi di babak 32 besar. Tapi saya yakin bahwa tugasnya belum selesai. Babak kedua masih ada, bukan hanya mempertahankan keunggulan, tapi harus bisa kill the game.
Betul sekali, ini yang saya bilang tadi kan di awal. Ini model-model seperti Jepang unggul ini, kemudian dibalikin oleh Brasil kan. Nah makanya penentuannya di 15 menit pertama, mampu nggak pemain-pemain Inggris untuk paling tidak menyamakan kedudukan untuk balik. Termotivasi mereka. Kalau mereka gagal di 15-20 menit pertama, ini akan berbahaya. Tanda tanya besar buat mereka. Jadi mereka mesti bisa melakukan yang terbaik untuk bisa menyamakan kedudukan. Ini tugas bagi seorang Thomas Tuchel untuk bisa mengubah di starting 11 siapa yang dia akan mainkan di babak kedua. Karena serangan Inggris kan lebih banyak dari sayap kalau bisa kelihatan tadi. Dan juga ada di sektor kanan. Jadi apakah Bukayo Saka yang akan dia mainkan di sini? Atau pemain lain, ada Anthony Gordon juga yang bisa dimain, atau menambah satu striker misalnya Oli Watkins yang masuk untuk bisa mendampingi dengan Harry Kane. Itu paling penting buat Inggris karena mereka sekarang dituntut untuk bisa mencetak gol.
Betul, ya. Bukan hanya bisa mengendalikan permainan dari segi statistik, tapi juga menciptakan gol ya, yang terpenting untuk babak yang kedua. Kesalahan sekecil apapun harus bisa dihindari dan akan sangat menentukan apa yang dibicarakan oleh Thomas Tuchel saat ini ya, Bung Erwin. Kalau kita lihat pasti situasinya saat ini di ruang ganti sedang memanas.
Ya, kalau misalnya memang mau mengejar gol secara maksimal, pilihannya adalah memasukkan striker. Di situ ada Ivan Toney, ada Oli Watkins. Tapi siapa yang akan ditarik ini kan harus ada yang dikorbankan. Kalau gelandang yang ditarik entah itu Declan Rice atau Elliot Anderson atau Jude Bellingham. Tapi kalau Jude Bellingham kayaknya sayang kalau ditarik ya Bang ya.
Iya, betul. Iya. Dia banyak peluang tadi ya. Bisa mencetak gol. Jadi mungkin salah satu gelandang aja yang bisa ditarik di sini.
Ya, sembari kita lihat para pemain yang sudah berada di tunnel saat ini, kita juga akan menantikan ya apakah akan ada langsung respon cepat yang akan dilakukan oleh pelatih khususnya tentu Thomas Tuchel ya. Saat ini dengan posisi bahwa Inggris tengah tertinggal 0-1. Mungkin apa yang bisa kita lihat nanti untuk di jalannya babak kedua? Apakah akan bisa kill the game bagi Kongo atau hal lain yang akan bisa dilakukan oleh Inggris menurut Anda?
Kalau melihat Kongo masih memiliki sejumlah peluang di babak pertama tadi setelah mereka mencetak gol, Inggris juga harus tetap ekstra waspada ya. Jadi harus bagi konsentrasi antara mengejar gol sama pertahanannya harus kuat juga karena Kongo punya peluang yang banyak tadi di babak pertama.
Ya, Desabre saat ini tengah di atas angin ya kalau kita lihat di jalannya babak pertama di mana timnya saat ini tengah unggul 1-0 atas Inggris. Kita akan saksikan akan ada pergantian atau respon yang dilakukan mungkin untuk menatap jalannya pertandingan babak yang kedua yang akan langsung kita hadirkan. Untuk Anda pemirsa, inilah dia pertandingan Inggris berhadapan dengan Kongo babak kedua dalam 32 besar yang akan disiarkan di Atlanta Stadium. Kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan pertandingan.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
Well, England were also behind to Cameroon 36 years ago to the day. Well, they opened the scoring on that occasion. And they were 2-1 down, winning 3-2 in extra time. Gary Lineker with a couple of penalties. They've got to do it the hard way here against African opposition again. DR Congo leading by a goal to nil through Brian Sepenga's very first international goal.
England have got to be able to get Harry Kane involved. He doesn't need to drop back into the midfield. There's enough numbers to be able to do that, but they've got to be able to find him touches in the final third. In the first half, he had 15 touches on the pitch. That was the views of all the players, including goalkeepers. They just need to be able to get more service into their number 9.
There's Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka yang Congo.
Dare they score again here? DR Congo. Anderson has to tidy up for England. Came caught by Mutasami. First off, a lot of DR Congo's play was down their left and down England's right as well, going the other way. England have never won a World Cup match when trailing at half-time. 9 attempts. Losing 7 of those.
Wan-Bissaka loh Mas, Wan-Bissaka bener Mas.
There is Madueke. No changes at half-time, incidentally. Masuaku has been strong again. Declan Rice. Marcus Rashford. Mark Gehi. Konza now for Madueke. Madueke allowed to get a cross in. There is Sepenga. Anderson Rose won it well. Masuaku. We're taking chances here, and it's been stolen back off him. Anderson shielded out of play from Tuanzebe.
Incredible anticipation from Tuanzebe. He just anticipates that this ball is going to get slipped through. This is wonderful repress. And when this gets one back, watch number 4, Tuanzebe. He's just going to jump and go with Bellingham. He gets the step that he needs. He gets across, gets his right arm above Jude Bellingham's left arm, so he's got the body position, and he's able to just shield it out.
Hobbling away, Madueke. Tuanzebe, by the way, he scored a decisive goal against Jamaica to send them to the World Cup. Despite the heartbreak of relegation with his club for his country, described it as the greatest moment of his career. So Tuanzebe, he grew up in Rochdale. His family moved from DR Congo when he was 4 years of age. Nico O'Reilly. England corner.
There's been 2 instances where Declan Rice has struggled to get it beyond the near post. The last one went to Harry Kane at the back post. So for England, there's the conversation. Just keep an eye on somebody starting in the mix and then peeling out to the back post to be able to try to free up some space like Harry Kane had on the one just before halftime.
Nico O'Reilly being spoken to. And the heart of it in there for England. Rice. And then
Bellingham went there.
Well, it goes for another corner.
Incredible. Masuaku reads this so well. Watch Bellingham. He had peeled off to the back post, and he's attacking this. And that look says it all. He knew he was inches away from being in that position.
Saw Germany keep on trying it against Panama with those deep crosses. Eventually came off when Jonathan Tah did equalize. Rice in. Bodies on the ground. Shonso Limbemba and Harry Kane, 2 captains. Let's get on with it, boys. And from Rice. Sepenga, break up beyond here for Congo, although straight back to Rice. The Leopards are hunting England. And no foul.
The far
they
side
can go
is on.
again. Wan-Bissaka. Oh. Like Gay, just sticking his face in the way. Young Whistler and Madueke up on their feet now, but here goes Rashford. Side netting.
Tipis banget. Nah, itu tanya lagi.
England have looked far more dangerous when they've been able to go at DR Congo before they get set in their low block. That's a heavy challenge. Wissa was late. Jet Spence got there first. Wissa fortunate that the referee didn't see it in real time. Here's Rashford, where he's really causing some problems. He had his defender guessing.
The league winner in Spain with Barcelona, Marcus Rashford, but still future well and truly up in the air. Still where he will be playing his club football for next season. He's there on loan from Manchester United. 14 goals, 11 assists.
That's good skill. And Mbemba's just having to react to which way Rashford's going to go. He doesn't miss by much. I'd like to see him try to go low and hard to the far post. If you're going to go near, you need to go high.
There's Rashford again for England. Oh, deflection on that and passing with the stop. He's kept it out again. My word. Well, they said he, against Colombia, had the game of his life. Well, he's just raising it up another level here today.
Chancel Mbemba to help him clear it off the line as well.
Back in it goes again for England, to no avail. Lionel and Passy.
The deflection makes this even more difficult. And Passi's going one way. And this just hangs up there forever. And Mbemba was there. And Passi didn't need the help. The way he can get back and contort his body, get his momentum going from one way to another is remarkable.
Well, here in Atlanta on the first game here, Vozinha, the Cabo Verde goalkeeper, had the game of his life, exploded as far as his social media was concerned. Jamie, you've been keeping a close eye on the numbers.
It's just been one of the stories and the twists and the turns of this 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup. It's been simply must-watch.
Another cross. Well, there's Rashford, who got to it first. But over.
Wonderful commitment here from Rashford to climb the ladder. It's that landing that's a difficult one. But he's looked committed since the halftime interval. Willingness to go at players 1v1, to throw himself into the position to try to win this header, knowing he's going to take the contact as well.
They made 8 saves against Colombia. He's made a wrath of them again. 4, and 4 massive ones as well here today for Lionel and Passy. There's a knee injury that ruled him out of the last AFCON. As many of the World Cup qualifiers as well. Goalkeeper that started life with Paris Saint-Germain in their reserves. Well, Thomas Tuchel said after Panama, the bigger the games get, the bigger that we will get.
There's been a disconnect between Jet Spence and Nani Madueke. He just has not looked like those two were going to be able to combine, link together, provide some unpredictability. If I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'm thinking Madueke might need to be the sub and bring on somebody like Bukayo Saka.
Or is he Osman? Jet Spence. Elliot Anderson. Just no way through. Right into the corner here where the DR Congo fans, most of them are congregated. And they appreciate that. Gianni Infantino, Arsene Wenger. Absolutely glued, and why wouldn't they be? Sepenga's goal in 7 minutes will feel like an age ago for these DR Congo players. Disable down there, our French head coach, third major tournament as a head coach alongside 2 AFCONs. Came in after Hector Cooper failed to get DR Congo to the World Cup in Qatar. Spent a lot of his coaching career in Africa. Rashford. Nico O'Reilly. Well, the Erling Haaland played more minutes for Manchester City last season than Nico O'Reilly. Rice. Bellingham. One way, then the other, getting rid of Mutasami. Just following him everywhere. Way by Tuanzebe.
It's been unimaginative from Madueke.
Rashford. Another disappointing one for England as we slowly approach the hour mark. And just looking down, Anthony Barry has signalled changes are imminent. I think Anthony Gordon has been summoned.
This is the kind of match where there has been no creativity. When it's all said and done, if this result holds, the questions will be asked. You don't have a creative playmaker in the middle of the park like you would have had if you brought Cole Palmer, Phil Foden even. You're telling me right now those players couldn't impact these final 30 minutes? And it's an embarrassment of riches for England in decisions. Good players are going to be left behind, but right now, this group looks like they need somebody that can create something on their own. Otherwise, it's just been passing it around the side and back, and that's exactly what DR Congo want.
We saw that with Cole Palmer in the Euro final last time out for England. Despite defeat, the impact that he made. Anderson rushed and blocked. Sepenga now so had to check his run to make sure he stayed on side.
Well, he took too long to play it. Whistle was in. Sepenga should have played it quicker.
Whistle again.
That should have been a foul. Anderson was late.
Kane looking for Rashford. They're looking for handball. The referee says let's get on with it.
There's the late challenge from Anderson. Goes right through Siddiqui. The 1-2 was played back, but Siddiqui was on the ground from the challenge. That wasn't called by our official.
So Anthony Gordon and Bukayo Saka are ready to come in. Changes in the wide areas for England, but this is Sepenga. Anderson in the way, it's going to come back to Sepenga. We'll keep his cool here. Anderson with the block. Mutasami. DR Congo continue to keep England at arm's length. But this may be the cue for the changes. So Madueke will make way. So straight swaps on both sides, really, for England. Freshness with Gordon for Rashford. Saka for Madueke, one Arsenal man for another. And Anthony Gordon now of Barcelona. What sort of impact can he have here?
This match needs some creativity, some running. Players willing to go 1v1 to create an unbalance.
Here is Gordon for Nico O'Reilly. He's found a cross as well. Mutasami not for the first time in the way. Back in again.
Good cover from Gordon. Nico Riley had made the run beyond, gave him the option, so Gordon had the presence of mind to be able to tuck back into that left back role until Nico Riley could recover.
Look at the frustrations. My goodness.
That's directed towards Jed Spence.
Letting him know, isn't he? That is hairdryer treatment.
Hairdryer treatment.
Sepenga dares to do it to England again. Mutasami. Sepenga. So much energy he brought to the Uzbekistan game. He was then substituted. But that there was even more energy brought on when Elia came on as his replacement. Substitutes changing the game for against Uzbekistan. And so that's the reason why DR Congo are here. O'Reilly with the block. Corner for DR Congo.
Good from Mbuku. As soon as he gets isolated 1v1, there was only one player that was an option for him in the middle of the box. So this is probably the best case outcome to get a corner kick. Keep an eye on number 4, Axel Tuanzebe. He's one of the targets on these set pieces.
Short they go. Oh, deflected! Mbuku, who had a wonderful goal ruled out here last weekend against Uzbekistan. Well, there's plenty of hearts and mouths here.
That's a good
from
header
an England
away.
point of view.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson knew what he was doing. He was going to impact the play, and he gets under it, and then he extends up to be able to, with certainty, send that up and over.
Sepenga. The responsibility here. Has been a consistent performer at club and country level. Saka. Mutasami. Right there at his face.
Mutasami has just gone about his business quietly and confidently. He has been influential. Number 8 for DR Congo.
And so the first change here, which we'll see Mbuku make way, and we will see the introduction of Meshak Elia. Made an impact, didn't he, when he came on against Uzbekistan? Well, a winner of 4 league titles at his time playing in Switzerland, plays in Turkey now.
It was his ability to run 1v1, his shot towards goal that was deflected, that fell right into the path of another substitute, Fiston Mayela. Was so astute in his ability to just flick this up and over the goalkeeper to get the go-ahead goal against Uzbekistan. Elia will get isolated, and he'll look to try to run at the England backline as they become stretched, trying to get numbers forward to chase an equalizer.
Here is Gordon to fancy his chances against Wan-Bissaka. O'Reilly for Ezri Konza. Spence towards Kane. Well, the break could be on here for DR Congo. O'Reilly's going to have to use every ounce to get back here with Elia. O'Reilly's going to get the free kick. What a foot race that was.
Oh, just two incredibly rapid players, and just the soccer IQ from Nico Riley to make sure he doesn't make contact for Elia to go down and win a foul.
Where are England going to find a goal from? Gordon to provide another cross. That is repelled. Anderson. That's so quick off the mark, are DR Congo getting to those loose balls. Not really been able to get Harry Kane in the game. Jude Bellingham likewise in this second half. Saka. DR Congo just blocking absolutely everything in their way, but Jed Spence now. Oh, nobody there. And Wissa. And here they go, perhaps. Wissa, was he blocked off? He was.
That's got to be a booking.
There's Riconza. I don't think it is, you know.
So if Konza doesn't make that challenge in which he makes no attempt to the ball, watch this. He just goes straight to Wissa, pulls him down. If you're calling that a foul, you're calling that a yellow card. It's inexplicable that that's not. DR Congo have absolutely been up for the fight since the second half started. That was the big question. Could they maintain that level? And they certainly have. This has been one of the most spirited performances we have seen from a side in a World Cup match in quite some time.
They have shown their teeth, Leopards here. Twice AFCON winners, 1968, 1974. In 2023, they finished fourth. Once a top 30 ranked team in the FIFA ranks. Oh, they are frustrating the life out of England here. We're just over 20 minutes away from exiting the World Cup. As we head to a hydration break. Still, DR Congo lead England at the biggest 20 minutes or so of their lives, upcoming here in Atlanta. Well, as it stands, Country Road is leading DR Congo into the last 16, and England are going home.
It was supposed to be coming home, according to these fans.
Yes.
They may be taking the country roads home. Not exactly sure the England fans want to hear a sing-song right now. The DR Congo fans, though, I've never been happier to hear this song. It's never sounded sweeter. And for that man right there, Mpasi has been absolutely outstanding today. One of the goalkeeping performances of the tournament so far. But it's also the players in front of him that have been up to the task time and time again. This save in the first half was one of multiple saves. There's one to the left. There's one to the right. Here's one straight down the middle. Any means necessary right now for that man right there. And also, even the kind that you're not expecting where it deflects. That's been truly a remarkable performance.
Well, looking up to the heavens. Mpasi, Harry Kane just moments before.
You mentioned unable to get Jude Bellingham into the game.
3 touches.
So I was wondering why you had those 3 fingers up right there. That's the amount of touches he's had. It's just not enough. But that's also in large part due to the fact that DR Congo have just now condensed the middle of the park, and they've conceded wide areas. And so if that's going to happen, then it needs to go quicker east and west, and then you're going to have to get Gordon or Bukayo Saka running at somebody, creating something, and then good movement in the box with multiple numbers coming in and trying to get on the end of the service.
They get Harry Kane in their game. For more, 18 goals in major tournaments. He scored most goals of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues last season. Jet Spence is out as England make another change. Bereze, the Premier League winner with Arsenal, coming on here as needs must for England.
England substitution, number 25, Spence, replaced by number 21, Eze.
Phil had the longest 20 minutes of his life. looks as though just looking at those changes, you're going to see Declan Rice playing more of a right-back role.
Yeah, it's 3 in the back right now. And you imagine Declan Rice could do a lot of the similarities that Reece James does in possession, tuck inside, be able to just create a number in the middle of the park. England are going to have to take some chances now.
Here is Saka. And Rice, who provides for Harry Kane. Forced away from goal. England's captain. Saka there to be attacked. And Wan-Bissaka got a delicate touch to see it away from Gordon for another corner.
Wonderful positioning from Wan-Bissaka. Just puts himself right in the perfect position to head it away. There's been success at the back post from these deliveries. There's been at least 3 occasions where Declan Rice has failed to beat the first player. So if your responsibility is at the near post, get across the first player. If you're getting to the back post like Bellingham was earlier, then you got to get there earlier so you can attack the ball.
Have had success from corners at this World Cup, England. Filling around the back here. What a clearance away that was. Sepenga giving the free kick away. We saw the difference after the hydration break of the first half, Jamie. How England just grew more and more. Those clearer chances were being created.
It's definitely been a case where they've used the hydration break to tactically change some things.
Are we to see the same again, perhaps? Not quite a now or never. Well, we're getting there. From Rice. Anderson. Fired in from Bellingham. DR Congo will take that all day, every day.
Yeah, the final ball is where England has been let down today. It's the inability to try to get Harry Kane on the end of any service.
Oh, he's talking of his key players to step up. Kane and Bellingham, Thomas Tuchel yesterday. At the end, he said it didn't matter who it would be that would step up to the plate. The luxury of having those kind of players, but he wants the rest to be playing their part. Nico O'Reilly, in front of just over 68,000 inside Atlanta Stadium. Two changes imminent for DR Congo. Here's Eza, finding Rice. Hung up and deep again. Gordon for Kane! England relief! Harry Kane, when England needed a captain, needed a leader. We're all square in Atlanta.
The tactical change at the hydration break saw Declan Rice go to right back. Now follow Declan Rice. He's the one that's able to get in this advanced position. Now it's DR Congo unbalanced. They're chasing the first one. Harry Kane, he starts from behind Tuanzebe and he ends up in front of Tuanzebe. One of the key difference makers is Harry Kane's movement in the box and then his ability to generate that much power whilst traveling across the face of goal. That is a spectacular finish. It needed enough power to get beyond the goalkeeper, and Harry Kane shows up at the right time and gives England a lifeline and a sigh of relief to England fans around the world.
Harry Kane, that's his 4th goal at this World Cup, 12th overall at a World Cup, and his 4th in knockout competition for England at a World Cup. He goes level with the great Sir Geoff Hurst. DR Congo changes. Sepenga and Mukau make way. Bongonda and Kayembe, the players to come on here, as DR Congo have to pick themselves up off the canvas. Edo Kayembe, who's come on, he just plays football in England with Watford. Oh, there's a different feel now with 15 to play.
The stadium has come alive. That was really so smart from Declan Rice with the movement. Just reading the game to get in that position. You talked about a captain showing up at the right time. Declan Rice was the captain of his club side, Premier League champions. He's the one that just had the endeavor to try and go and create the numbers advantage. He clips it over the substitute. Anthony Gordon, tremendous composure to just put it into the spot.
Gordon. DR Congo have a player down. And straight away up towards Johan Wisser, and Jordan Pickford, who's had a very quiet second half, clears away for England. He looks ahead, does Harry. 3 of his 4 goals of the World Cup have been headers here. With that goal levelling Jeff Hurst's record, he's now hunting Gary Lineker down yet again.
Incredible.
Lineker on 6 goals for England in knockout football at a World Cup.
It's the life of a forward. Harry Kane has hardly had a sniff apart from that one opportunity right before half. But he just constantly puts himself into a position to try to affect the game, and he stays mentally switched on, because he was not in position when the ball left Anthony Gordon's foot to go and win the header. Yet he changed that dynamic and won the header.
Saka, England tails up now. Saka for Gordon, peeling away, Wan-Bissaka. Gordon for Harry Kane. But that was Anderson.
Anderson has just tried to go for the placement, so he's taking a little bit off the power. Knows it's going to take picking out the very top corner. He doesn't miss by much, you know.
Wind in their sails for England, but don't write off DR Congo just yet. Here is Elia to get the better of Declan Rice.
That could be a mismatch in favor of DR Congo if it gets 1v1 situations.
Saka, nowhere to go, and that stays in play. For Elia again. Elia over 10 years of service for DR Congo. It's his 70th cap today. 3rd most capped DR Congo player. Here's Kayembe of Watford. He's got a new coach when he goes back as well, Alessio Dionisi.
Tremendous distribution from Pickford.
Gordon. England pushing for a winner now. Oh, and Bamba. Strength. A cool approach there, just shrugging off Anthony Gordon. That'll be a free kick. A Conzer's one. Ten to play in Atlanta. Saka. Declan Rice.
The understanding between Saka and Rice has been so invaluable. Even in that moment, Saka knows to just set Rice up to deliver it first time. That is a far cry of difference from what we saw between the disconnect with Spence and Madueke.
England fans in full chorus. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham still. Oh, bouncing around in there, and Bamba's got very fortunate indeed. Gordon back in again, and Bamba with a captain's header clear. Feel this is going to be constant. Well, more that England are pushing, what's going through the minds of these DR Congo players, Jamie?
You have to be resilient. You've got to be able to win your 1v1 battles. Stay connected. Don't get too far stretched.
Rice. Saka. Well, the interplay with Eze. Saka's ball in again. Oh, it falls down and nobody there in wide to profit. But look at Wissa. Oh, if he brought it under control, he might have been away.
You knew the biggest challenge was if he could get that out of the air before it bounced, he was going to have all the space to go forward. But instead, England mounting another attack.
Just have a look at the match momentum. It's clearly favoured England for most parts of this game. Priceless equaliser. A game of pure theatre. First of 3 games being played today at the World Cup. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Kayembe here. Mutusami. Elliott against Rice. Cries have stopped the cross. Elliott patience. And Bemba, Kane in the way. Rice can bring it out of defence for England. Elliot Anderson looking for a runner ahead of him. Finds Saka. Bukayo Saka went from Masuaku. Anderson. Gordon. Bellingham. Bellingham again. Towards O'Reilly. Well, who wins the duel here? Anderson across. Helping hand from Ezri Konsa as Anderson brings it away for Harry Kane now. Get away from Tuanzebe. Can't get out. DR Congo. Anderson. Gordon. And this should be catching practice, and this.
Such a frantic pace to this match, and that's what Thomas Tuchel is saying. He wants his side to just calm down. Oh, there's a look at John Terry right there. Justin Fields as well.
He took of leaders. Lead by example. Harry Kane doing just that. John Terry doing that as a captain for England and for Chelsea.
Oh.
Here's Elia for DR Congo. They dare again to score against England. Elia, why not? Probably made that the first shot of the second half for DR Congo.
Well, up until the 75th minute, they didn't necessarily need to get any other shots on target. They were just fine with as things were.
Pickford's first save. 5 more to play, plus stoppage time, then maybe more. Bellingham in behind. To Bellingham. Gordon picks up on it now for England. Mutusami getting a toe in. Harry Kane. It's Kane! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! is so good from Harry Kane. England lead in Atlanta. And their captain has dug him out of a hole.
The stars have showed up at this World Cup, and Harry Kane steps up in the biggest moment. The weight of the three lions on the crest, and time again, he's the man that steps up and delivers the goods. Watch the composure from Gordon, and he understands, instead of rushing the shot, he just wants to get it to Harry Kane. There's so much work to do. Kane never looks up. The instincts that this man possesses is out of this world. From the periphery, he understands where he is on the field, wraps his hips around it, strikes it with venom. And that is one of the best goals and one of the most important goals that England will score at this tournament.
Oh, the contrast in emotion. Harry Kane, for so long, he has just been a sheer scoring machine. Terry on his feet. It's his 13th World Cup goal, level now with the great Just Fontaine, overtaking Pelé for World Cup goals. Talk about pulling a rabbit out of the hat.
You got to give credit where credit is due as well. Thomas Tuchel made the changes that were necessary. He brought on Bukayo Saka on the near side, combined for the first goal, but he also brought on Anthony Gordon. That is Gordon's second assist. He has come in and absolutely changed the game. But it's all about Harry Kane, isn't it? What a tremendous strike that is.
He's only the second England player to score at 3 different World Cups, joining David Beckham. 5th goal here. He was the 2018 World Cup's Golden Boot winner with 6. What 2 massive contributions from England's captain, and a huge amount of relief inside the Atlanta Stadium. 2 changes here for DR Congo. Joris Kayembe is coming on. And it's a Fiston Mayele as Wissa and Masuaku make way. Fiston Mayele was one of their heroes against Uzbekistan. Harry Kane also the first England player to score twice in a World Cup knockout stage game since Gary Lineker did so against Cameroon back in 1990. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. To the day, that in fact, against Cameroon. Here is Kane. Let's have a go, looking for a hat-trick.
Declan Rice is just taking a seat on the ground right now. Our referee just looked at him and waved it away. Rice is really taking one for the team. At the hydration break, he switched to the right back role. And it completely changed the game, allows Eze to get on the field. And he's been so impactful.
6 additional minutes. Free kick, which Gordon has given away. Allow Mbemba and to Nzebi to make their way up. So John Stones is going to be coming on for Declan Rice. Will be able to finish this. Stones, who will leave Manchester City with that contract running down. Third World Cup squad he's been involved in. Just to bring some defensive muscle into things here. Bellingham couldn't bring it out of defence. Chancel Mbemba, away from Anderson, and delivers across. That is too long, and Pickford sees that out of play. You run out of superlatives, don't you?
The fact that Harry Kane just never looks at the goal, he just has an understanding of where he is to generate that much power from that position. It blows your mind how he's able to do it. He's one of the best pure finishers we have ever seen.
The blink of an eye, it plays records for fun with Bayern. But he's going to give a free kick to England. Although I think Elia is still flat out on this side. I think as though he should have got one himself.
And the substitute, Kayembe, he was the one that got tackled after the whistle had blown. Take nothing away from this effort from DR Congo. They have tried to fight and scrap for every ball. There just feels like there might be one more opportunity in this match for DR Congo, and England are going to try to do everything they can to stifle any sort of momentum, just see this game out.
Kane wins the free kick. Run down the clock as much as they could.
I love this from Gordon. Good balance to be able to get his feet sorted. Now watch Kane. He's looking sideways on. He's going perpendicular with the goal. He never looks at the goal. It's just out of the corner of his eye. He's just understanding where it is. And then he knows from that position, if you're going to go to the near post, you've got to go high. So he wraps his foot around it. Great balance. That is just a remarkable goal. A goal of the highest quality.
England's record goal scorer. Good time for him to get a hat-trick. 3 club hat-tricks for Bayern this past season. Anderson. Is it England, Mexico City bound? What an occasion that's going to be, by the way, if it stays this way. Go to face Mexico. We've had 4 of the 6. Chancel Mbemba. Elia peeling away. Well watched by Konza. That's Saka, and England get the throw.
That goal is just deflated.
Yep.
All of the energy from DR Congo.
Well, they'll be celebrated as heroes back home by the masses of US best fans here as well. Through 120 million. We're not done yet, though. There's still time. Johan Wissa, away from Anderson. Bellingham. Oh. Not what you want to give away at this time.
Great body positioning from Wissa. He just goes right across the face of Bellingham and just fights the contact. That little peek to see where Bellingham is, gets in front of him. Was never worried about another touch. He was worried about the touch from Bellingham, and now this is the moment. You spend hours on the training ground perfecting your craft, and in this moment you step up with all the pressure, needing to score this.
Fingertips being bitten big time from England fans here.
And DR Congo fans as well.
Absolutely.
The one man you'd want standing over this if you're DR Congo is Johan Wissa. The man who has delivered all tournament long for DR Congo to get them into this improbable position stands over it.
5 direct free kicks scored at this tournament. Messi the last against Jordan. Is this Johan Wisser's time? Too much going on in there. Do not cross the line. This is it. This is it for DR Congo.
Goal.
Wisser over.
Ini tuh Mas.
And that might just be DR Congo's time at the World Cup over.
Trying to be too clever about it, changing the direction.
England are there. They have survived, thanks to Captain Kane. Into the round of 16 they go. But my goodness, were they given a scare. They have ended DR Congo's World Cup journey. What a journey. And in itself an incredible achievement. But England move on, thanks to their captain when they needed him the most. England 2, DR Congo 1.
Kongo sempat membuat kejutan dengan gol pembuka, namun pengalaman, ketenangan dari Inggris akhirnya berbicara. 2 gol balasan membuat mereka menang 2-1 sekaligus mengunci tempat di babak selanjutnya. Full time analysis akan kami hadirkan di Bola Gembira 2026 bersama dengan Pola Play.
Tapi itu jam songolan tuh. Kurang hal diri. Sing jam 7 nganu. Argen. Nek dino Jumat kok. Oh, sesuk biasa gitu. Amerika. Sesuk ya? Jam itu. Terus jam itu jam 8. Nonton.
Lihat dia sekali main, oke lah, berbakat tapi nggak tahu kita. 50.000 Sal Pratama. Ya coach butuh pemain tipikal Palmer sama Foden, kelihatan kurang banget kreativitas sama kombinasi di midfield. Itulah kenapa gue nggak paham kenapa 2 pemain ini nggak diajak sama Tuchel. Gitu. Tapi DM memang agak susah sekarang, Adrian, dan harganya memang nggak masuk akal terutama dari Inggris. Gitu guys. Peter ada di Discord, Edward juga ada di Discord. Oke guys, kita off dulu. nanti gue nonton Belgia. Jadi kita mungkin fokus ke Discord aja. Untuk kalian yang di Discord kita bisa ngobrol di Discord karena gue lumayan capek juga. Thank you. Kita ketemu lagi di lain kesempatan. Terima kasih untuk hampir 200.000 views, gila. 10.000 lebih kok current views. Thank you semuanya. Kita
Orang Amerika nemu nasi dicampur kuahnya kaget, udah kayak suatu penemuan baru sampai dinamain broti rice, padahal kita makan soto pakai nasi. Kalau itu inilah apa namanya, kultur shock. Oh ini mantannya bagusan Madam Web, gila Madam Web Mac. Alhamdulillah bang, kalian banyak walaupun main game konsol sekarang, tungguin jari aja ya bang seminggu. Iya gua game konsol, actually gua nyalain juga, itu paling kemarin tuh Batman itu 1 juta loh. Udah di konsol mahal banget harganya, di Steam murah, tapi gue males apa nih OBS-nya di PC ini kan harus gue restart ulang aja apa ya di PC ya. Cepet sih restart ulang jujur. Soalnya aduh ampun dah. Ada aja diinstal apa PC gue jadi kayak aneh-aneh PC gue. Bakal main Fable di Xbox gak bang? Tapi kan diundur kan? Jadi 2027 kan Fable. Malam bang, dan guys doakan saya dapat pekerjaan baru. Makasih, amin, siap. Bang kapan muncul di podcast Bang Upi? Oh boleh tuh. Kemarin aja katanya Bang Upi tuh hubungin Gemma. Si Gemmanya lagi sibuk banget, nggak katakan. Orang kita berdua lagi gila guys, lagi hahaha. Bentar aku ada figur join Satria baju hitam vintage plus motornya. Yang bener lu! Mau nggak ya? Aku udah jarang ngerawatnya. Aku percaya bentarnya pantas karena mainan masa kecil. Kalau mau gas aja bang. Nggak usah ditanya sih. Gitu. Tapi lu coba hubungin Kiki deh. Jadi dia bisa ngurus kalau mau kirim. Gue kesana kayak mau banget tuh. Mau banget jujur. Mana Travel 3 dude? Sama kok. Aku juga masih nunggu di Chicago. Gitu. Bang main Mecha Chameleon. Itu ada di Mac nggak ya? Coba ya. Kalau ada boleh sih. Sumpah.
Barang reject kita masak ulang dengan teknologi canggih. Sampah produksi berguna lagi. APTera GP. Lebih hijau, lebih terjangkau.
CAP siap.
Apakah ada di Mac? PC. Tuh di PC guys. Belilah. PC lo aneh-aneh PC gara-gara mus. Sebenarnya dia kan nggak ngisal apa-apa tuh buat ini nih. Nggak ngerti gue langsung PC gue. Makanya ntar gue nonton House of the Dragon nggak? Season 1 doang. Season 2 belum. Udah kelar season 3 sekarang. Jujur bang, kemarin di vlog Express lu kiranya kayak game luar angkasa gitu kan? Mending. Bini gua itu cuman ngomong gini. Kayak apa sih bah? Itu loh kayak waktu kita kemarin diundang ke PIK yang gitu. Oh, cuman nge-review kayak di PIK tuh ada. Waktu itu kan gua di PIK tuh di apa tuh namanya gua lupa. Lupa gua namanya tempatnya. Pokoknya ada bowling, ada apa, oh gitu. Udah kan pas datang, kok horor nih, gitu. Terus pas kita rekam-rekam, Satpam menegur kan. Pak, mau pan nggak?